Cue lights. Roll camera. Ready. In 3, 2, 1. Going live. Hello, Escaping Monday. Pool Pulse. John, Tommy's Angels, I should say. Detroiter, what's up? Real quick. Meyer, what's going on? Hello, Lisa. Uh-oh, there she is. Polly Girl, what's up? RV Camper. Hello, Marie. Maiden Fan, what's going on? Yeah, it has been a minute. Heather? Oh, Angelfish, cool. What's up, Jerry? Here we go. Boom. We made it. Another Thursday. Mobile Tech blind screw in the house. Here's my little screwball. Squirrel bait. I'm here probably some of your haters. Yeah. They gotta check in to see if I'm here. Right? Snow at 7,000 feet. What will Tater do? James, what's up? Somali Bub Pirates. Marilyn, what's going on? Yeah, Maiden Fan, it has been a minute. It has been a minute. Yeah, you made it on time. What's going on? All right. I will, I guess it's time to do the begging part. It's really not, but, people say it is. But here's the deal. It is, I do have a goal set, and I'm not like Mike. I don't ask for $300 or $600. I'm not trying to, do all that. 20 little silly dollars. So if there's 100 or 200 people in here, now I'm not expecting my members. They already pay. But the whole goal is just $2 here and there, even if it's just $1. If by the end of the night we reach $20, and then next week, then there will be no ads during the live stream. Now, during the replay, there will be ads, but during the live stream, you don't have to set through all this stuff. At least it's supposed to be set up that way, that you don't have to set through all that crap when you come in and all that good stuff. So that's how we do it. And I will leave it at that. And since I did all that, and hey, what's going on? And kind of started talking about Mike. Let's talk about Mike. Let's start with Mikey and his cruise. That's right. Kyle Porter, what's going on? Oops. Yeah, that's right. So $20 keeps the ads away. That's right. That's right. I'm not making you sit through ads. So I just try to make it worth my while that if I get 20 simple dollars, like I said, I'm not like Mike. I'm not looking for 300 or 600, or I'm not going to be watching and scrolling and begging and pointing to fucking shit all the time. I just mention it and then we'll just move along. But here's the thing. All right. Now, first, I want to start by saying, and we'll make it real clear, I don't begrudge Mikey going on a cruise. I'm glad he got time to go spend with his family. The thing is it's the guy who needs everybody to support him. He needs everybody to buy him the things that he needs to be self-sufficient and off-gridder. The guy who makes videos, and he's going to come back and he's going to make videos about how the world is in an economic collapse and society is going to do this and no one can afford to live. And he's going to need you to,
Yay!
Well, thank you. There you go. What's up, Farco? But he's going to need you to probably buy him the stuff that he needs to make his chicken coop. He's probably going to need you to buy him chicken feed and everything else. But, and he's going to say, oh, people can't afford to live, and it's this and that, and everybody needs to live off grid because you're not going to be able to do this, and people can't afford to eat, and people can't afford houses, and people can't. But you seem to be able to go on a cruise. What's up, Miss Viggy? Right? So it can't be all that bad. If it's as bad as he says, and I'm not saying everything's hunky-dory and everything's great, but you can't go around and scream the sky is falling and then take a trip to Miami from Arizona to Miami and then go on an exotic Bahamas cruise and say, people can't afford to eat. Oh my goodness, everything's going to shit. Look at me, I'm in the sun. It just doesn't make any sense. But again, I'm not begrudging him the chance to go on a trip. I think it's good for Mikey. Personally, I think it's good for Mikey to get away and to actually go see that, there is life outside of the desert. There is life out there amongst the world. You can go to places like Miami and it's not on fire and everyone's not living in a cardboard box. It's good for Mikey to get away and be with people, be with family, and see that the world is still going. But, well, yeah, that's probably a given for sure. But again, it's funny to me that the guy who says economic collapse and I can't even rub two nickels together and I can't afford food and I can't afford this and I need you to buy me screws so I can build a fucking tent is chilling and kicking back on a cruise. And again, I don't begrudge him that. I'm glad he got the opportunity. I truly am. I'm glad he got the opportunity to spend some time with family and again to be with some people and not be stuck out there all by his little lonesome doing nothing but doom scrolling. I just think it's funny, so I'll come over here and see what you guys think about things. Holding steady, same old. You think Mikey will have a sandwich board on the end of the year? The end is near. That's it. While he's standing in the line at the buffet. Mr. I can't afford goes on vacation on a cruise. Better him than me. Yeah, right? I think Mike took a shower in the cruise cabin because it was the cleanest he looked in years. Yeah. That's true. All I hate is. What's up, man? His nieces literally have a weird uncle. Fuck these hard times, I'm going on a cruise. Yeah, right? What's up, Mary? Yeah, I kind of skimmed through. I didn't watch. Yeah, he's on. He's back now. Yeah, right. Yeah, who knew? Who knows? Who knows? I wanted to show any photos had Josh Farmer not mentioned it in one of his vids. That could be it. That could be it. Driving and listening. What's up, Bree? He said it was Carnival in the video. Oh, did he? Terry said nobody would find out his location, and now everyone is going to see his location. Again, I'll say it. That, yeah. I don't like the guy, but I would never dox him. I wouldn't, even if I said I wouldn't do that. The guy deserves a place to lay his head in peace. So yeah, I got started late. Was trying to track down the nice guy I met at a bar who said he could do some work on my property. Now that's fucking funny. My little screwball. Yeah, I wonder if Danny was watching the property podcast. So it's a podcast, or is it just doing a live stream on YouTube? I don't know. We'll see. We're going to talk about that here in a second too. Family pay his way. Oh, most definitely. He didn't pay for that shit. Outback on the virus on an outbreak of hantavirus on people from the cruise. We'll know where it originated from. Damn. He goes by Danny, but that's not his name, guys. The Tater Cast, that's right. Tater Talks. Mike wants to be just like Tater. He bought a magnet. Yeah, it's been nice around here too. These here parts. It's been in the 50s. Kind of exciting. Heading to Hawaii, that's right. He's gonna tell his family, come on, man. Quit being stingy. What's this Bahamas bullshit? Spudcast. Spud speaks. Yeah, I'm sure. But I would never do that. I would never. I don't condone that behavior. It was epic. It's been epic. Wasn't too bad yesterday either. I actually went and washed the car yesterday. Car, truck thing, whatever. And the Magnum really stuck on the plate in his head. Oh, shit. Was it historic? Probably record break. No, it wasn't. But yeah, it was. It has been nice, though. Who knows? Didn't he build a meth lab top the landfill? Only known as Tater Land. You think Tater is clearing all that land for Diana's incoming family caravans? Now, that's funny. It could be. The Christmas decoration. All right. Yeah, there you go. 67. Oh, man, that's really nice. Yeah, it's even better than here.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Happy New Year. So far, so good. Nothing too ridiculous happened, right? But yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about Mikey. Like I said, it's kind of crazy that the gloom and doom guy, the No one can afford anything. I'm on a cruise. Altoona. Yeah. Yeah, it was 50 some here. I don't remember exactly what the high was, but yeah, it was nice. Yeah. 71 in North Texas. Nice. What is 20 tons of rocks? Pebbles. Everybody was saying, before you got here, yeah. Balmy, yeah. Everybody was saying, why did he move all his moon rocks just to lay down stone? Why didn't he just cover the moon rocks with the stone? I don't know. It's the Tater way. But yeah, let's get into that. He got that stone delivered, but of course, if you watched, it didn't go as planned. The plan was to, dump the bed, pop the gate a little bit, and just drive and have it spread it all by his little lonesome. Because Tater watched YouTube videos of it being done, so he knows it can be done. But, yeah, it didn't come out. It was clumpy, hot as balls in Venezuela. But, yeah, it didn't come out that way. He has big piles here and there, and then nothing, and then big piles. And, yeah, it didn't go as planned. And that's for sure.
Yay!
Thank you. Appreciate it. Does a day go by in Tater's life when there is no epic rain, record heat, or record cold, a stone delivery without an issue? It seems like every day Tater has drama. Yep. Maybe should have taken a cruise with Mike. Yeah, maybe. For sure. Friendlies. But yeah, you could tell he was getting aggravated. You could tell he was getting mad. He tried to stay zen, Tater, for the video, but he was pissy. My homie Romy, what up, girl? And if you caught it, he said that when he got that last load to the other 10,000, he said that they bumped someone. They rescheduled someone else so they could deliver his last load today. And I'll bet you that the only reason why they did that is because he called in there and puffed up his little chest and, don't you know I'm a big YouTuber, and he came and he said he was going to do this, and there's big clumps everywhere, and he didn't do like I wanted to, and you guys fucked up, and you did, and it's not my fault that your truck broke down, and you had my stones on there, and they froze, and they weren't coming out, you know he was going off, and then came back and was Zen Tater for the thing. Yeah, they bumped somebody else so they could deliver yeah, because he called and he flipped his shit. I bet he was hooting and hollering, red face, jumping up and down, steam coming out of his ears, doing the Yosemite Sam. You know he was. You know he was bitching, and that's why they bumped somebody else. $200 for a wheelbarrow we're spending. Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to have your priorities straight, right? I think that rock I got is about $6 a ton, but the hauling is mostly what you pay for. Yeah, probably. Aloha. Yeah.
You see that little check mark?
That's right. You get my second load here real quick.
You see that little check mark?
That's it. I'm going to so. Don't you know I have millions of subscribers on the YouTube, and I'm going to talk bad about you if you don't send me my... Yeah. Well, you don't need to be bothered like that. Like I said, talking shit on here is one thing, but to be going to somebody's property, house, RV, whatever it may be, yeah, that's out of line. Special spudding the guy that needs 1,000 screws and goes to the store and grabs the 100 pack to save money and wonder why he has to go back. That commentator made about haters saying where he was. And he said, do you think he was referring to you? I don't know, but I never did it, so it doesn't really matter. He can say or think what he wants, but I never gave out this is a good mark, gave out his location. And trust me, like I said, as soon as he moved into Taterland, it wasn't long and people were like, look, it's right here, and look, oh, and I know where it's at, and here's the lot number, here, look, here's the sale, he did it, and this guy owned it, and he bought it, and this how much, and this is how big it is, and this is the address, this is the lot number, everything. Everybody was just sending me all kinds of shit. I would never fucking do that. Border rocks for screws. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That is true. He needed double the stone. Only once 3/4 of, yeah. His face says, I smell ass. Terry catch a piece of delivery person knocking over a garbage can, but he had no clue what was going on. Exactly. Seems maybe he has been hanging too close to the catnip while Denny was there. Yeah. Let's all stop calling that gravel a rock, because I don't know what that was, but it definitely wasn't gravel or rock, almost like Phil, cheap-ass tater. Yeah. Even if someone is the most annoying person on earth, why would you go to their house uninvited? Not cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would never do shit like that. The address of failure. Podcast, don't you just mean his camera is off? I don't know what it's going to do. Oops. That's right. Yeah, he has an LLC. Especially if they are the most annoying person on earth. Yeah. Yeah, right? I had a lot of dirt in it. It did have a lot of dirt on it, and that's why it froze and stuck together in clumps like that, because there was a lot of dirt. The dirt holds the moisture. The gravel or the stone's not going to hold all that moisture and get it all stuck together. It's all the dirt that was in there that held the moisture, if that's exactly what happened, which I don't know, because I don't know what the temperature was, and I wasn't going to secret squirrel it and go look to see what the fucking temperature was and all that. I don't care, but he said it was freezing. So if it was freezing and clumping together because of that, it's because of the dirt. I think you're right. He isn't hard to find. There are only a few places in the area that the juniper is thick like that. I think we've been doing some calling out videos on tater lately. Yeah, and the taterites are getting him. They're going to have him deported. They're waiting at the border for line screw. Yeah. I noticed that too. Yeah, he's complaining about the garbage service already. That's probably because they're like, oh, it's that little prick again. Just filled up the truck in a lot next to his and delivered it. Yeah, dude. That stone. They didn't sift it. Yeah, probably not. Well, crush and run is fine. Help it pack down and bind to a solid road. Yeah. They're the kind of guy that you can make everyone feel better about themselves. You know, being an annoying person is how I keep everyone away, right? I can't wait for Danny and the rest of the biker boys on their Hondas find out where Tater lives. Oh, God. Yeah, he has bad luck. He brings a lot of it on himself, though. I will say that. That's right. Use appliances. Dang Diana said the shed was delivered. Oh, really? Yeah. Chuckled a bit when the truck finished dumping and was stuck on the land and he couldn't drive out. Yeah. Clay, yeah. Yep, that's for sure. Yeah, they are very similar with that. Look what I got. Look what I got. And then if you want it, you can get it on on Facebook Marketplace in a couple months. He is a very smart man. A lot of people don't like him, but he is a very smart man. He knows what he's doing. For the same exact cinder rock on the ground already. That is funny. Couldn't bitch about the tractor guy who comes in. Yeah, something's going to go wrong there too. Yeah, there was plenty of room for him to drive around. What's up, Nez? For him to drive around them heaps, that's for sure. Maybe. It could be. It could be. For conformity. I wonder why Dave 2D never roasted people like Tater or Mike. Because he watched all the ones that had the hot chick that he could sit there and yank his little Peter on, too. That's the only people he ever talked about. And the tractor guy is the only one going to charge $75 an hour. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't do it the smartest way either. So, yeah, everybody, not everybody, but people were talking about it. But, yeah, so he didn't want to go get a $200 wheelbarrow because apparently they're like gold there in Arizona at 7,000 feet in the White Mountains. So, yeah, you have to pay as much as you do for a car to get a wheelbarrow there, according to Tater. So he said he's not going to spend $200 for a wheelbarrow. He'll spend $140 to have his buddy come with his little whatever and spread the stuff, tractor or whatever. So that'll be the next fiasco. Now that guy, because Tater said in his video, nobody's coming to the new land. Maybe I'll buy some land somewhere else so I can have gatherings and everything, but nobody is coming to the new land. So now he's going to get this guy to come over here and do all that stuff. Now he's going to know where Tater lives. And we're going to have a new Danny situation. That guy's going to start coming in and out the back. Tater's not going to know what's going to happen. He's not going to see it. He's going to build a fucking 3-story house back there. Tater's not going to know. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. That one at the real wheel, at the flea market, yeah. Yeah, people talk. That's what I'm saying. People, not just that, but like I said,
Yay!
Even if it's a different trash company, they're probably like, oh yeah, we heard about that little prick. A wheelbarrow come in handy for future work projects at that property. Like calling kitty litter and the 100 cats they're going to have. That's right. She wants more cats. Blade that all the big rocks in the middle. Yeah. $129. Another Waco. Hey, what's up, Daryl? Oh, rocks in the middle will make it hard to spread. Yeah. 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 And them loppers, I'm sorry, they're the stupidest thing, in my opinion. Like I said, it's much easier just to go snip, snip, than hit a button and wait for and then hit another button, wait for open back up so you can. That's just dumb. I can see if it's like over your head and you don't have the leverage to do that. But that shit that he's doing here and there, yeah. Sorry, but they're dumb. Yeah, there you go. Painted camo. Mike's really good at that. Almost got his car hard dirty. That's kind of like getting your Timberlands dirty at work. Not. Proper guy and Justin ready for a healthy coyote. Oh shit. Are there any current nomads that are traveling like Tater used to and producing high quality content like he used to? There are some. There's a few. And they're far and few between though. Most of them are following trends and things like hey, what's up? Better late than never, right? You know, if it's oh woe is me, then it's oh woe is me. Everything's breaking down. This life is hard. If it's everything's rainbows and sunshine, then everything's rainbows and sunshine, and you live in a house and you're dumb and this is the best life ever. So most of them are chasing that little scenario. It's just like when Tater did the Quartzite is Toxic video. Oh boy, that really fired up the mobile hobos because they all came out and started making their videos. Quartzite is fine. There's nothing here. It's what you make of it. You don't have to do that. Just don't be around them people. There is no drugs. There's no crime. There's no this. There's no that. There's no alcohol. There's no noise. It's perfect. It's blissful. It's everything. And then Tater doesn't know. But they didn't say Tater, but we all know who they were referring to.
Yay!
Thank you. Because, because they said, oh yeah, the the one video was, yeah, the sheriffs and everything were here, and then his bus was gone. Oh yeah, and the year before, yeah, they were at that person's camp as well. So so yeah, it's funny. Without coming right out and saying, yeah, Tater's an asshole. They said Tater's an asshole. I saw somebody say, Jeepsy. Yeah, she's not too bad. You have, Adventure Van Man and, what's his name? The Canadian dude who stopped traveling and was doing his little cabin or whatever the shit. But yeah, there are some. Yeah, I do like Bunny. I like Bunny. She travels around. She makes good videos. And like I said, whenever she visits someplace, it's not just, here it is, I'm here, and everything. She actually does her research and tells you why and who was there. And then Slim Potato, thank you. Yes. He's another one that does really good videos, in my opinion. I haven't watched him in a while because, like I said, when he did he wasn't traveling, he wasn't nomad, and he was doing that build at the cabin or whatever. I kind of slipped away, but yeah. Yeah, I'll go along with that. I mean, she's okay. It's not that I don't. But yeah, she's a little. Used to follow Less Drunk More Journey. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I used to watch all them too. Less Drunk More Journey. Once they get really, I don't know, real rich, it's not. I don't want to say it's not. It's not real or not. It's just not conducive to the nomad life because they have homes and they sell property and they rent property and they drive around in fucking $2 million fucking RVs and they sell that one and get a $3 million one and all that bullshit. I don't know. That's just not what I'm all into. Keep your daydream the same thing, sending kids off to college, and now it's just them and they're running around there buying old shit and new shit and trading shit and selling shit. Yeah, and just all them. Some of them aren't too bad, but yeah, I used to watch all of them. I used to like Less Drunk More Journey, Keep Your Daydream, and all that. Yeah. I did see something about that, him doing the Lewis and Clark thing. I just haven't clicked on it to watch. I've been watching a whole lot of stuff. I've been doing all kind of crap and trying to make videos in the same time. So I'm watching a little bit so I have something to talk about for videos, and I'm doing, normal shit. I know, because all the hater, you don't do nothing, you just sit there in your mommy's basement and get outside and do something and make your own content and you're so worried about what other people do. Well, I'm worried about what other people do because other people put whatever fucking thought they have on the YouTube, so I watch it and I have an opinion. And if you don't like it, well then whoop-de fucking diddly do. They click on my shit. They don't click on the other stuff. I just made a couple other videos about not Tater. Nobody watches it. Nobody cares. I'm not saying nobody, but it's nothing nowhere near. And these people come over here, these people live in your head rent free. They don't fucking, their life doesn't do anything for me except make me money. I yak about it on YouTube. Why? Because when I talk about the other shit, nobody cares. When I talk about that shit, people click, especially the people that come over and, why you care what he does? Why do you care? Why do you care what he does? You're over here, and the only time you click on my videos, the only time you comment on my videos is when it's about Tater. So why do you care what he does? Why do you care what I think what he does? Because that's what you're into. The no drama people and mind your own business people got their fucking noses in his business, in my business, and they're all about the drama. It's the only thing they click on. Again, if I'm going to make a video about this and it's going to get 100 views, and I'm going to make a video about this and it's going to get 6,000 views, which fucking one would you keep doing? Duh. But these people they're flat-headed morons. They're stupid. Good Lord. These moronic backwoods, half-baked, I don't even know how they know how to operate a keyboard. They sound so stupid sometimes. Well, you can when he does it. You sure do spend a lot of time worried about what somebody else does. Well, somebody spends a whole lot of time putting every fucking thing that he does on YouTube for me to watch. And what? It takes me what? 15 minutes to watch his 15-minute video? A couple more minutes for me to go, this is what I think about his video. And then however long it takes me to make my video, edit my video, render my video, upload it to YouTube, and hit publish. Ta-da! It's not like it takes me fucking, 20 hours. It's not my entire day. It's not my entire life. The other day I made 3 videos, and I set them to pop out at different times, different days. But good Lord, why do you care? I care because everybody else cares. I care because that's what people click on. And see, there's this little thing. It's kind of like, see, people make YouTube videos. Now there are some who just make it because they got nothing else to do and they're bored and they don't care and they have a wild hair in their ass about somebody, or they hate somebody, or they're just lonely. But other people, when they make a video, they want people to click on it so they get views. Some people, they'll make a video about something and they'll go, hey, look, that got a lot of views. But I don't want to click. I want to talk about this guy that I only get 100 views. I'm not going to make stuff that gets me 1,000 views. No. Well, I'm not that way. If I'm going to spend my time, my precious time, worrying about something, wouldn't I spend my precious time on something that's going to get clicks? Especially from all the people who don't like it, or say they don't like it, who claim they don't like it. Or, you're all about drama. I don't like the drama. You only click and you only comment when there's drama. Chrome finishes van build. Well, I don't care. Healthcare system is for profit. What does this have to do with Tater? Exactly. But when I say Nomadic Fanatic, oh, boom. Why are you worried about what he did? Why don't you watch my other shit? Did you watch me walking on the beach in fucking Florida? Did you comment on that? No. You know why? Because you're a fucking drama whore, just like everybody else. That's why you come, that's why you click, and that's why you comment on the ones that you do. You could go to my channel right now, click on videos, and look. 500, 600 views on these, 6,000 on the other ones. 500 on this one, 4,000 on the other one. Which ones would you keep doing? The ones that you all click on. It doesn't take a fucking genius. Good Lord. But I got to read these stupid comments by these idiotic people. And that's the other thing. They get to leave a comment. Unless YouTube yanks it and throws it in the shit bin. The comment's there. Unless they get really, really rude and do stupid shit, the comment's there. You can't go over to Tater's channel and do that shit. Their big hero, the guy that's just trying to live his own life. He doesn't hurt anybody. He never mentioned you. I have a whole video. I could play it right now. I still have it. He might have deleted it or privated it, but I have it. Where the entire video is about. He never talks about you. Yeah, him and Kevin made a couple of videos where they sit together and talk about blind views. He never. Yeah, you're dumb. You're dumb. You only come over and click because you love the drama. Traveling is way too expensive. I don't drive. I can't drive. So yeah, there's a lot of what's up? There's a lot of things that have to go into that. Thank you. Breath of the Dragon. Yeah, everybody loves drama. And that's the thing. But they want to make it believe like they're all high and mighty. Oh, well, no. No. Numbers don't lie. It's right there. So, this is what I want to know. Tater, when he went away from Taterland, because this is the big thing. This is the big champions for Tater. Well, he wasn't there. You know, he was gone for long clips at a time. That's why he didn't know what was going on. You know, he was in quartzsite for how long? Building his bus. Yeah. You know, he went to Mickey Land how many times? Yeah. You know, because he wasn't there. Well, let me tell you something. I was away for 2 months in Florida. Now, I had my 2 daughters. They were taking turns coming every couple of days, get the mail, water the plants, do all that good shit, take care of everything, make sure nothing was leaking or burning down, none of that stuff. And sure, probably like Tater calling Danny, hey, Danny, is everything okie dokie? I noticed I got a little alarm on my secret squirrel watch. It said that this happened. And I saw some motion in this, and I was just wondering, what's going on there, Danny boy? Nothing? Everything's hunky-dory? Okay, good to hear. And that's what I did. Called the daughters every once in a while. Well, I talked to them anyway. But it's like, is everything's fine, got the mail, da-da-da-da. And they went through stuff. What's that? Open that. What does it say? That's all junk. Throw it out. Ta-da. But you know what the first thing I did when I got back? The very first thing I did when I got home, after I brought my shit in and set it down, I walked through the house and looked in every room to make sure that there was nothing wrong, nothing was leaking, the toilet wasn't running, everything was in its place, nothing was disturbed. I walked out front and looked on the porch, checked out the grass to see if it needed mowed or if anything was wrong or if the fucking bonehead neighbors threw trash in the yard again. I went out back and I checked everything, made sure everything was okay, that the bird baths were full, all that stuff. That's what I did when I came home, even though I knew everything was okay. But Tater, when he goes away, he just goes away and he calls the crackheads and the meth heads and he says, hey, is everything okay? It is? Good. And then he comes home and he goes right into Babe the Blue Box. And then he comes out and he goes like that so he doesn't see Danny's. And then he walks around. He doesn't walk through his land, his little 1 acre. He doesn't walk around and go, hey, what's all that fucking trash doing? Hey, what's that RV back there? Oh, that's right. Meth heads are fast. I forgot. The pit crew was there. So they jacked up them cars, put tires on, drove them away, got those RVs out of there. But Tater didn't notice the new highway. That's right. The big thoroughfare coming in and out of the back of his property. Nope. Didn't see it because he didn't walk around, because he trusted the meth head. He didn't walk back there at all. He didn't survey his land. He could have been gone for 3-4 months at a time, but when he got back to his land, would he walk around and see what was going on? If everything was okay? Nope, he didn't. He didn't check a thing, did he? Because he was oblivious. He didn't know that washer and dryer was there, even though we saw it in this video in the back. He didn't know that those trucks were up on blocks. He didn't know that there was a thoroughfare through the back of his property, not through his gate that you could walk around. He didn't see none of that because he didn't care. He didn't look at it. Diana went out there and she spent days making a little garden, a little Jack's Memorial Garden. She did all that stuff. But nobody ever walked back there to see. It rained and rained and rained and rained. And Tater was slopping through the puddles. It was just a mess. But did he walk around his land when it cleared up and everything? Did he walk around to see if there was any big damage, any water damage, any big hole? Did he see anything like? No, he didn't walk around and look at nothing because he didn't notice a thing, the entire thing. Because, well, Tater wasn't there. How would he know? You seem to forget, BlindViews, that he was in quartzsite. Well, he left quartzsite a couple times and went back to Taterland. Did he walk around and check anything? Did he look at his secret squirrel watch? Did he go into his Babe the Blue Box and pull everything up on his giant screens and play back everything to see people walking around? No, he didn't. Because the guy with 1,000 cameras that he can watch anything from anywhere on the planet, the guy that doesn't want anybody to know where he lives, the guy that sold the Taterland because of his own safety, the guy that fled quartzsite because of some incident that he wasn't involved in because he was afraid of the repercussions, the guy that puts up a gate, the guy that puts little signs all over his gate, don't come here, the guy that watches somebody fucking run into his trash can, flips his lid, and gets the guy fired, didn't pay any attention to a property that he spent money on. He'll have 27 cameras around his fucking bus, but doesn't care what happens on his property. Doesn't care. Even though he's got that giant solar array. the big shit inside there. His beloved collections inside Babe the Blue Box. All his earthly possessions up there at Taterland. The happiest I've ever been, guys. You want me to believe that that guy was oblivious and didn't check to see if anything was wrong on his land? Well, you forget. Meth heads are quick. They're like roaches. And you forget he was gone for a long... You're foolish. You're all foolish. I don't care. No one. No one. Yeah, I got... Somebody sent me that. With the RVs and everything there, but yeah. Crazy stuff, though. I just think it's funny that, again, oh, well, he wasn't there, so you just don't know. You need to go. No, I don't. Again, I can barely fucking see. But I know if I was gone and came back to my land, I would walk around and go, let's see what's going on. Any fucking critters chew anything out of place? Anybody kick down a door? Anything going on? What's that? Hey, what is that fucking road back? I would be able to see a fucking road. Even if the fucking meth head pit crew got all the vehicles out of there, lickety split in 5.3 seconds, I would still see the road and probably the dust right before it settled when the meth heads got out of there. Because you just don't understand, BlindViews. Meth heads are quick, and Tater wasn't there. How would he know? It's fucking nuts. So again, Tater can see everything inside and outside of his bus. But his land, who cares about that? I got my good meth head friend buddy over there. He sells me weed or gives me weed. Come on. The Tater meth buster. It's just funny when people say some stuff. It's like, well, come on. He wasn't there. Yeah, and he brags he can see everything from anywhere in the country. He can start his RV from anywhere in the country. He can do all kinds of stuff. He can check on the kitties. He can see in Babe the Blue Box. He can do everything from anywhere. From his phone, from his laptop, from his little secret squirrel watch. He can see everything. He gets notifications anytime the wind blows too hard. But he didn't see a road, didn't see extra RVs, didn't see meth activity, didn't see all the trash slowly accumulating, didn't see vehicles up on blocks because they're meth heads and they're crafty and swift. So I guess that's just what we'll have to fucking stand for. The earth is flat. Spread the word.
Yay!
Well, this guy, come on. How are you going to be stealthy with that van? That's the other stuff I get sometimes. Wow, how's Chrome going to be stealthy? Chrome was never worried about being stealthy. You think everybody else looked at his other van and went, I wonder if anybody's living in that thing. I think the new van is fucking awesome. Again, Andy did a fucking bang up job. That thing is immaculate inside. It's so cool. All the touches. Vancini did a great job with all the electrical and the electronics and all the gadgets and gizmos. It is fucking awesome. And yes, I know some people don't like the outside, the wrap and everything. I think it's cool as shit. I definitely dig the spray paint cans with the guy with the respirator, the skull with the respirator. And I'm glad that he, what's up, Kevlar, put the things over the windows and didn't leave the windows, undone. He put the little, with the holes so you could see out but not in. Yeah, I'm glad he did that. It looks really, really cool. It's fucking awesome. And yeah, I mean, the turntable desk thing, the DJ setup desk thing is awesome as shit. It is so cool. Well thought out, well planned, but most importantly, I think it was well executed. They brought his vision to light very well. It was so cool. Yeah, I remember the boy. Yes, he can stand up in it. Yep. There's built-in little steps at the side to go up to the bed so the dogs can go up and down because the bed's up real high. But yeah, it's a really nice van, really nice. And then when he gets back home, he's heading home now, video-wise. I don't know if it's real time or not, but he's heading back now. So it'll be a while, but he's got extra, the stuff that he has at his van toys shop, the ladder for the outside, the box for the back, and some other shit like that. That all gets done and buttoned up. But yeah, the little pods being put on and the wrap and all the shit on the inside that Andy did. Andy is a fucking miracle worker, in my opinion. But yeah, it looks awesome. It looks really functional. Yeah, I can't speak. It looks real functional. And you wanna overuse the word custom? Yeah, that's the time to do it. And Tater's bus is custom, but it's a different kind of custom. That's right. He's no Wayne. That's true. But yeah. But thanks, buddy. I do appreciate it. You get another one.
Yay!
Tater didn't even have to walk his property. He could have flown his drone. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And you know what? That's something I didn't even think of. That's a good one. Good catch. Yep, he didn't have to. He could have just flown the drone over and no one would have been any of the wiser. Very true, very true. Tutu's waiting on Andy. Andy's freaking cool. He's a cool dude and he does amazing work. And he stayed late, got shit done. What Chrome's video today will be edited and uploaded next morning. That's his normal routine. Yeah, that's true. Oh, excuse me. Vancini put their video up. Crum said they were in his van for like 4 hours filming stuff. He got it all detailed and everything so everybody could do their little videos for their channels and stuff. And yeah, I seen Vancini put their video. I didn't watch it yet, but they put their video up today. Pretty cool stuff. I'm anxious to see it, but yeah, everything looks so cool. Yes, he is. He is for sure. I agree. You know, it could be. It could be. It's, you know. No, actually, I haven't drank beer in over 2 years. I haven't drank any liquor. You can see the lemons. I'm drinking lemon water. But yeah, Andy is cool, and he is a very, very good craftsman for sure. But yeah, as far as plot twists, yeah, you know, I've heard of people that through a good party and it got a little bit too good, and it got a little bit too rowdy, and yeah, before the neighbors called the cops and before their house got trashed, they called the cops anonymously and had the party busted up. So yeah, it's not yeah, that was good. I like that too. Yeah, the custom cat box. But yeah, it's just. But see, here's the thing with Tater that a lot of people say that it's that I just keep bringing stuff up and I need to let things go. But see, that's the problem. Oh yeah, I'm live. And that's like I was saying, that's the problem. See, this whole kerfuffle happened at Quartzsite, and allegedly he punched somebody, and the chase was on and all that other shit. But something did happen. Too many people talked about it afterwards. Too many people were still kind of talking about it a little bit, but and he did leave in the middle of the night or wherever. He took off and left a lot of his shit there, never to return. And then it's kind of like the news cycle. It's gone now. Everybody's going to forget about it. But no, I got to keep bringing it up so people remember. Just like the horrible shit that he said about Lola. I have to remind everybody every once in a while before it just slips and everybody forgets about it. Like the trash can incident, the selling that old dilapidated RV to that older couple, and all the other shit that he does. I have to remind people every once in a while so they don't forget, they don't get soft. And now with this Danny thing, yeah, I'm going to keep bringing it up now and again, whether it annoys you or not, because I'm not going to let it just slip through like, oh, well, that's old news. Yeah. Well, yeah. So he can just keep doing whatever over and over and over again and denying it or ignoring it or pretending it didn't happen. And again, granted, it didn't happen the way the rumor mill has it happening, but still something happened because too many people did see the authorities there, and he did leave without all of his shit. And he isn't going back. He's out in Taterland doing Taterland shit or Tater Acres shit that he didn't want to do in the cold and the snow that he didn't want to do. That's why he was in Quartzsite in the first place. So yeah, he's doing all that for a reason. But so yeah, if I'm the old broken record, I will be that. Because something did happen in Quartzsite and he left for a reason. We're not just going to let this blow over. Damn. Oops. I just saw Bill's post. I had to see what you said. Yeah. Quartzsite, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I saw that and I had to go up to see what he said. Well, that's the thing too. Yeah. The thing is hello. Yeah, he left for a reason. And the thing, like I said, is I know too many people that had dealings with Tater. I know people that were friends with Tater and then weren't friends with Tater. I tried to patch things up with Tater and we were good for a hot second. And I know how he treated me and the words he used, the way he blew up, the way he went from 1 to 1,000 and comparing notes with everybody. And then hearing the stuff and seeing Lola's phone after and hearing the shit that he said about her and my Carolyn. And then he's going to say, well, Danny was that and I forgive him and I'd still ride with him. And that's horseshit. That's horseshit. People that did nothing. People that sneezed wrong. He fucking won. If you're not loyal, you're fucking rah, 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 die, burn in hell, rah, rah, rah. Just went fucking ballistic to people who did little. This guy broke every rule that Tater had, destroyed any kind of trust and loyalty. And Tater, oh, it's okay, buddy. Let's go have a beer and ride bicycles together. Get the fuck out of here. That is not Tater behavior at all. And anybody that knows Tater knows that I'm telling the truth. So yeah, all the little nomads that hang out with him or have hung out with him or know who he is, you all know that is very uncharacteristic of the Tater. To just say, oh, water under the bridge there, Danny. It's okie dokie. I know you had the crack hose here and you were doing meth and you had people running in and out of the back and you trashed my fucking land and you stole my shit and you did this and that. But it's water under the bridge here, buddy. Let's go hang out. No, don't believe it for a second. Not for a hot second. And you can get your fingers all warmed up and he wasn't there and he doesn't know and you don't know. You can type away. Don't care. That's not Tater. That's not Tater at all. At all.
Because we know the Tater. We've been following him for years and years and years. That's right. The only way the Tater would forgive Danny is if Danny didn't do anything. And that's plain and simple. That's all I can say. And you know what else I have to say?
That's my opinion!
Oh my goodness. Let's see. If you said crap about Danny on YouTube, it would be another run, Tater run. Yeah. How? You like that?
That's my opinion!
This is mine too. I like this one.
Did you fall down and smack your little head on the pavement?
And yeah, look, I don't blame the dude. See, Tater said, let me see. Let me say something here real quick. I want to show y'all something because Tater said that his channel. Where are we going? Hang on a second. It's taking a minute. There. Okay. Does anybody remember that Tater said that, excuse me while I get this ready here. There. Yeah, Tater said that his views went up 37%. Look what it says mine did, thanks to Tater. 64%. So Tater's drama got him 37% or whatever he said. But Tater's drama got me 64%. Why do you care what he's doing? Right there's why. Duh. Oh my. So yeah, Tater can brag about his 30 whatever percent. And that's probably just the one video. This is what happened at Taterland. Everybody was waiting for that video. So yeah. I thought it was funny too. I don't look at those numbers very often, but I was like, I'm curious. Tater casserole. But I was like, I'm curious. So I looked and I was like, oh, look at that. He's bragging about 30%. Record breaking. That's right. Historic views. But hey, you gotta take it when you get it, because once the Tater drama wears off, it'll be back down to nothing. I'm thrown into this and that. And like I said, everybody watches the other stuff. What, 400 or 500 people, 600 people? Even just the regular Nomad stuff, when I talk about Chrome and all the other people, it gets like 1,000 views. The Tater stuff's getting 4, 5, 6, 8,000 views. Come on. Overbaked twice baked potato. Oh. Well, here's what I want to know from you guys. Is the Tater Talks, okay? Do you think, what do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be, like someone said, his new little thing? Is he going to be sitting out on his new little porch doing some Tater Talks, or is he going to sit the inside up like a studio, copy BlindViews, set up a studio, and do Tater Talks? Do you think he's going to just talk about what? Off-grid shit? Being Tater? Nomad stuff? What do you think it's going to be? And smoking a pipe. And do you think, not watching, and do you think it's going to, that's the next thing. Do you think his loyals are going to watch and be interested? Do you think it's going to be as view catching as his other stuff? What do I think I'm going to be? Bad. Bad. Prison Tales. Tater Drama is endless. Short-lived, I guarantee it. Tater Talks. Going to be about OnlyFans. My thought is it will be in the new box being delivered, and then it will include Diana. Studio top loft. Long-time listeners, first-time caller. Let's see. Maybe Tater's podcast will be a cooking show. Can you imagine that? How he cooks his chicken. how he makes tater tots in the microwave. I'm not gonna watch the lies below. Arguing with haters. Green screen. Oh, that's interesting. It could be green screen. Yeah. Real quick, he's not interesting unless it's in short edited segments. Yeah, because he's doing it on his channel. He's not making a separate channel. He says it's going to be right there on his channel, and it's just like step one of his big change this year. Fire pit with beer, talking about nothing on his bus using voices first kitties. I'll be there trolling and doing my part. How to overseason a chicken leg. How to make money on YouTube. That would kind of be interesting, actually, if he would talk about shit like that. Hope he has Kevin as a guest. I don't know if Kevin can talk well enough. I'm not sure how bad it is. It is all he knows. He definitely doesn't know how to cook a steak. He doesn't even know what a steak is. And then he puts fucking barbecue sauce and all kinds of shit on it and ruins it. Smoked cat ass tater tots. Yeah. How Mickey Mouse fucks Minnie. He'll be watching Mikey and Minnie. Oh my God. No. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what he's going to do besides the tater talk. Eating vegetables. Talking about his cats. Split screen interview other hobos. You know, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you, I went to a bunch more cats and opened a. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, going live is too hard for him. Try and be Bob Wells, yeah. You want to see him only his voice? Oh, maybe. Here's the thing is that what I found with, because when I did interviews with the mobile hobos, I mean, it's fun, it's cool, and there's good people, but what I find is depending on where they are, their internet connection sucks. So to get them to come on, remotely, sometimes it's such a pain in the ass because they're God knows where, in the middle of the desert sometimes or whatever. And like I said, the internet sucks. And especially when you're places like Quartzsite and places like that, where there's a bazillion people and they all using the resources there. And the internet gets real slow and everything. And yeah, you got the people with the Starlinks and everything, but everybody doesn't have Starlink and all that shit or connect. Everybody doesn't have a free connection internet. So yeah, it's hard to do sometimes with some of the nomads to get a good internet connection to do a live stream and to do all this stuff. So to do that can be tricky at times. It can be done. I've done it in the past, but yeah. I know I said this in jest, but if he actually came clean and told some honest, legit stories about his criminal past and time in prison, I'd actually find it interesting content. Yeah, that would be interesting. Like I said, the other thing that would be interesting is to know how he does some of his business side of YouTube, how he has done it for so long. Because, I mean, he was one of the earlier ones. Because you used to watch, Nomad channels, and it was him and a handful of others. Back when he used to get 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 views on his videos. But now, I mean, he's just one lost in the crowd. And especially since he stopped doing his quality videos. But he still managed to get paid from Patreon. He still gets his little sponsorship deals. He still gets his little things like he has with Connecting, where all you got to do is say Connect in every video, and he gets that monthly check. So, it would be interesting for him to, I mean, he doesn't have to come clean and give everything, but doesn't have to like say, well, I make this much or that, but to share some of the things like that would be interesting. But yeah, I agree. If he would actually be normal, I think it would be titties and kitties. Oh, yeah, I think it would be oh yeah. That's funny too. The thing is that the guy who eats like crap and was talking about being so unhealthy is talking about the AG1 stuff and all this other stuff to be healthy and do this and that. That's what trips me out too. Oh, yeah, I know he never would do it, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting for sure. Good times had by all. Oh, my. Damn it. So do you, show of hands. who thinks he actually didn't know if anything was happening? Well, he showed the trucks on blocks and this and that and the other thing, so apparently it was going on. Who thinks he actually didn't know? Who actually thinks that? That he was clueless. The Nomad video craze is over. He's going to have to pivot and come up with something new to grow his channel. Yeah, it is pretty, it has run its course. I agree. I like the ones where they take care of animals in prison. That's, he knew. I agree. Yeah, you agree? Crickets. He knew. Exactly. He knew. Tater needs more drama to keep the views up. His channel is dying. I don't think it's dying, but it's not like it used to be. He can still make a buck. Plus, yeah, he knew. Plus, he has all his pay. He gets a pretty decent amount from Patreon. Yeah, the whole Nomad thing has run its course. It was good while it lasted. He knew and was in on it with all the cameras, he said, whatever. Would have known. He can be pretty clueless. Yeah. I don't know. I just think if you're talking to me, my email, you can get it on my page. Well, yeah, he sure is used to trash, that's for sure. It could have blended in with all the shit he had scattered around. You're right. Yeah. Oops. All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't know. He got away from his old format of actually trying to making good videos. It was too much about the bus build and stuff. And I think that's where it went. It started going down a little bit before that, but the bus build for me anyway. It could be. Yeah, I kind of think so too. Yeah, it took him a lot. Like I said, he got in it. He was, he was like one of those people that, were lucky to go, yeah, I'll make an investment on this, Microsoft thing or on this, he was lucky. He started the Nomad thing and started making videos when there wasn't 10 billion people doing it. And like I said, I used to like his his videos. He was always a bonehead, but I did like his videos, the way he did shit. It's there in the about. You just got to click on the thing and you'll see it. It's my Blind Views at Gmail. It's in front of Blind Views. That's all. Apparently Blind Views was taken, so it's my Blind Views at Gmail. You knew. That's right. Somebody else said that. It might have been you in the comments, but somebody said his health got better. He didn't have his glasses. That's a good one too. I did like that. They can't keep driving back and forth. Yeah. And that's the thing. After a while, you get to see, I'm staying on the corner of Winslow. Yeah, you and 9,000 other fucking people. Had cat hair in his eyes. That's right. His little female adventures, they never went very well at all. And then after he always went to the MGTOW. I'm MGTOW now. Yeah. Did you not see him using a battery operated printer? Yeah. Yeah, I talk about that shit. It's funny. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. For sure. I became a huge fan driven by Bob. Chance living free on the road. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of anxious to see what's going to happen at the RTR this year. See if, what's going to be happening, going on, if there's going to be a big turnout or not. Because it seems to me, anyway, that it's a little bit dwindles down. More people go to the RTR. I mean, the PARTR than they go to the RTR stuff. Shows a higher violent property crime rate than Quartzite or Slab. Oh, really? I think he can only go some certain places. I mean, he does have a passport. He went on that cruise, so. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. And the probate attorneys get done charging, they won't be any money. Yeah. Yeah, that's in a tough spot, man, for sure. Retired people, yeah. I believe it. Tater Tales now. We'll talk about it on Thursday, though. I'll watch it. I don't think it's going to be live. I think it's just going to be a recorded thing. I don't know, though. We'll see. We'll see, and we will talk about it next Thursday because it's going to be on Tuesday. So, yeah. For now, I guess I will bid you guys adieu. I say thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And, yeah, till next time. All right. And that is going to do it for this evening's festivities. Thank you to those who stuck around for the musical portion of the evening. All right. Have a good one, you guys. I do appreciate it. Stay tuned. We will see what Tater's up to with his new format and see what Tater Talks is all about. And we'll talk about that and all the other nomadic stuff that goes on. And I'll be throwing in this and that and the other thing just to make everybody happy and prove that, yeah, you only click on one thing no matter what you say. Ha ha ha, you can't fool me. But, hey, you know what that means.
That's my opinion!
Let me vent for a second. The universe is in my house. As King explores damn beats.
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo. Hey, shouty, it's your live stream. We gon' party cause it's your live stream. I try not to live too much in the future, you know? Need I say more? I got my mind on my YouTube on my mind. Every day I'm buffering.
Every day I'm buffering.
My blind views. BlindViews says it's an iced coffee straight from the McDonald's. Who let the trolls out? Who let
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ooh. I know you smelling that hair, girl. I see you. Trying to catch me vlogging dirty. 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 Vlogging dirty.
What we do here is go
Back.
back.
All right, everybody, I had fun tonight. I hope you did as well. Thanks for the convo. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for contributing. And thank you to all my mods and to all my members. Don't forget to do all the YouTube things. Like, share, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. And most of all, just watch my shit from the beginning to the end. Do appreciate it. May all your babies be born toothless and naked. Don't let your meatloaf. Blind viewers are awesome. Yep, I know, because, hey, I'm Blind Views. That's the way I see it.